All right, welcome to Kixie. I'm going to show you an admin tutorial in this short video. Here I am at Kixie.com at the login page. So just go to Kixie.com. In the top right, hit login. You'll be brought to this screen, and you can enter your email address and password that you signed up with. And if you forgot your password, you can reset it here. So let's log in, and here we are. Brings me initially to the call reporting page. I have a time window, a customized date range that I can select. I'm just going to make this today for the sake of this demo. And you can see in the call reporting here we got a bunch of tabs, the first of which is agent summary. It's going to give me, for this custom time period, the call stats for all the agents on the account. Right now it's just me, the admin, Bruce Wayne, and my sales rep, Lex Luthor. We just made a few calls to get today getting started. So it shows how many, and it shows what variety. We can also go to agent reports, choose up from a whole list of metrics that you want to look at in a graphical form, and I can go like so if I want to. Next, business reports. You can see the totals, total calls, outgoing calls, and incoming calls for the given time period. Gives you a bird's eye view. And inbound number summary. Once we've got some numbers and they receive some inbound calls, I'm going to be able to see the numbers, how many times those numbers have been called, for instance, and how many times there have been pickups or missed calls, and the percentage and the duration. So if I have main numbers, maybe advertising a few different numbers in some different places for different campaigns, I can track the relative performance based on how many incoming calls these numbers are getting in inbound number summary. If I'm using call dispositions on either the integrated or enterprise plans, I'm going to be able to see the leaderboard essentially for my reps that are using call dispositions. So next I'll take you to call history. So call history contains all of the call history for your entire account, and you can see all the activity so far for the date range selected. You can also see the recording. Click on the recording link or right click it to open it in a new tab and listen to it. Right here as well, you can click into the CRM to see the contact in this case or that case or this one. And it'll take you right into whatever you're using, in this case Pipedrive. And you can see that contact as well as the call recording over there. I'll take you into Manage Agents next. Manage Agents because it's going to show you your entire roster of agents. From here you can add a new agent, and also you can click View on any of these agents. For instance, if I wanted to dig down into Lex's call history or his overall reporting call stats, I can do that here. You can see just his. And I can also make some edits to his devices and routing, his numbers, his caller ID, the way he shows up, the caller ID name, things like that. Lex is going to have the ability to do this himself when he logs into Kixie.com. He won't see all the things you see as an admin, but he will be able to control his own devices and routing, for instance, and see this screen, essentially, which is essentially my profile. You have the same thing. If you go into my profile, you can see yours and manage yours. Okay, so back to manage agents. Let's add a new agent, see what that's like. Let's add the Joker. And it's best to get a cell number. This is going to be the number that will be used to forward to for our Find Me, Follow Me feature. If they don't pick up with their Kixie dialer, it will forward to their cell. So pick that number. It's also going to be their caller ID to start with, and you can then get them a new number and make that the caller ID or change it to something else, just so you know. Choose your plan, hit submit, and the Joker is going to get an email to set up the Kixie dialer and get pair it up with his CRM and be ready to go. Okay, so I have 3 agents on the account at this point, but I haven't gotten any of them numbers or anything like that. Manage numbers is where I'm going to do that. So heading into manage numbers, there's no numbers, nobody has any numbers. So I'm going to get some. Each agent is entitled to 1 free number, 1 free direct number, a DID is what we call it. So I'm going to get Bruce Wayne a number, choose an area code. It's going to spit out a bunch of options that I can choose from. I like this one. So that number is now going to point to Bruce Wayne. When called, it's going to call Bruce Wayne based on the devices and routing and how that's set up in Bruce Wayne's profile. Okay? So let's reload the page here. What I can then do, because just because I got him a number doesn't mean that it's his caller ID, right? So I got to set, if that's my intention, I got to set his caller ID as that new number I just got him. Because currently it's the one that he signed up with. There it is right there. Save the changes, and now that's Bruce's caller ID when he calls out from Kixie as well. If you have the local presence feature, then your local presence will show up on caller ID if there's a match. But in case there is no local presence match, like if Bruce is calling a toll-free number or something like that, or an international number or something like that, it'll show his 305 number. So back to manage numbers. You can get more numbers and then set them as the caller ID for your other agents as well. Let's just do one real quick at least for Lex. You get the idea. Okay, excellent. That'll become his number. Head on into him. And change his caller ID. If I forgot it, just click over here. It's the 4892. Perfect. There we go. All right. So you may have noticed when we were doing managed numbers, perhaps, that I have these options as well. IVR, a number for an IVR or a group, as well as an agent. So let's look at that. Let's go to groups first. So you could get a number for a group, and when it's called, it can ring everyone on your account simultaneously, for instance. So me, Lex, and the Joker could all ring at the same time, and then it could go to a main voicemail or something to that effect. That's what a group is. So it just rings right away to, however, a simultaneous ring order or something like that. An IVR is different. It's going to allow the caller to press buttons. If they know their party's extension, they can dial it, press 1 for sales, 2 for support. And with an IVR, you can route based on the call press or the button press to a group if you want. So a group can have its own number that just rings it directly, or a group can be accessed through an IVR via a button press. So let's just look at groups first of all. So by default, we include a pre-populated support group and a sales group. You don't have to use them, but you can if you want. We'll just go into this one, sales one. You can rename it, my group. Send voicemail to. So in the event that a call reaches voicemail when calling this group, it's asking what email address do I want to send the voicemail email to, and you can specify it right here. So I decide as the admin I want to handle the voicemails that come into the main group. So I'll put in my email address. If I wanted to put in a group greeting type, in other words, when the group is called, it plays a short message, say, please hold while we connect you. Additionally, you can make that an MP3 if you'd like to record it and then upload the file. And you can do the same thing for the voicemail. You can do a text-to-speech voicemail, or you can do an MP3 upload, and it'll play it at the voicemail. Okay? So then you got to construct the group. The example I was giving was a simultaneous ring group. Select the number of seconds that it'll simultaneously ring everyone. So, okay. We'll choose Bruce Wayne and his Kixie dialer, the WebRTC, Lex Luthor and his Kixie dialer, and the Joker and his Kixie dialer. And so this will simultaneously, for 25 seconds with no press 1, ring all 3 of them at once. And then it'll go to the voicemail, because no answer action is voicemail. Okay? So I save the changes here, and everything that I did is going to be saved. And there I go. It's my group, email goes to Bruce Wayne, etc. So the group's there, that's great. And if I want to get a number for the group, I just head on over here, choose a number for a group. Which group? My group. So that number, once I got it, would go to the group. Now let's say I have a number that I've already gotten, and I would like to reassign it to a group, perhaps. I can do that by just clicking Edit. Now Lex's number is going to go to this group. Okay? And the default user, in the event that it's a missed call to this group, is basically answering the question, under whose CRM is Kixie going to push the call into the CRM? So under whose account are we going to push the call activity? So I'll just make it me. It's usually best to do it as the admin. So a missed call will actually be pushed into the CRM under the user key of the admin. And there we go. That number now dials the group. All right. So IVRs here. Let's add a new IVR. The Batmobile IVR. And the IVR greeting can either be text-to-speech or MP3. You do something like, thank you for calling Batman Enterprises. Press 1 for sales, 2 for support, something like that. And either do it as text-to-speech or record yourself doing an MP3 and upload it. And then you can specify the press 1, what happens. You can have it go to another IVR if you want, a group or an agent. So let's say when they press 1 for sales, I want it to just go right to me. So I want to handle the sales calls. But I want the group to handle the support calls or something to that effect. So I'm going to tell them press 2 for support in the greeting, and when they press 2, I'm going to have it route to my group I just created. Okay? So in this case, the group is accessible by calling it directly. So maybe I put that number on my website as a support number, and the IVR is different. So save that, and there's my IVR at the basic level. If I wanted to have the ability to for my caller to dial extensions, I would have to put in the extensions of everyone so that they're accessible. Just FYI. And that's what that would look like. And now my caller, if they know the extension, they'll be able to get through to the appropriate person. Okay? And just like I got the number for the group, I can get a number for the IVR. Again, here's how to edit the number. Instead of the group, want it to go to the IVR. Done. Okay? All right. So that's that. On to manage account. In manage account, just some basic things. If you wanted to turn call recordings off, you would, or on or off, you'd do it here. Creating contacts, that's in your CRM. So if you make a call or are called by a number that is not in your CRM and this is on, Kixie will create a contact inside your CRM and push the call recording into it. Okay? Additionally, you can set your hold music. This is the default, but you can upload an MP3, and you can change your time zone here. And if you're on the enterprise plan, you can add your Slack integration right here. It's very simple. In the billing tab right here, you will be able to see the list of products that you're going to be billed for every month, and you'll see what day of the month your monthly subscription will be billed. You'll get a receipt via email when we charge your card. You can see your reserve amount. The reserve is how we charge for minutes at Kixie. As you use your minutes, we will deduct from your reserve balance. And the way it works is when your balance falls below this number, in this case $10, Kixie will automatically recharge your card for this amount. And both of these numbers are adjustable. So if you want your recharges to be much less frequent, you would want to make them larger. So if I had this to 500 theoretically, as soon as my balance fell below $10, we would recharge $500, and that would be added to the reserve amount. And only when I used all of those $500 worth of minutes and back down to 10 would it charge again, so it would be less frequent. Support Center right here is a link to our FAQ page, which is very useful. It's got a lot of great things on here that show you how to call coach, how to use local presence, how to do voicemail drop, how to troubleshoot microphone and speaker issues, what are the ideal network environments and things like that for Kixie to work best, how does billing work, everything like that. The FAQ page is also easily accessible from the Kixie dialer with this I right here. All right. So that rounds it out. That is a basic admin tutorial. If you have more questions, you can go to the FAQ page. Another great resource is our blog, Kixie.com. Go to our blog. It's got some great articles that are CRM specific. If you head to the blog, you will see some categories down here. Go to the CRM you're using and you'll find some very good articles that are helpful as far as using Kixie with your CRM. All right, thanks so much again, and good luck using Kixie.